Local students and adults looking for valuable on-the-job training will have a new resource this fall.
A local car manufacturer has donated a vehicle to a high school training class, and people using the Chief Ladiga Trail are getting a new rest stop. We'll have these stories and more.
The wet weather is moving away from East Alabama, and much drier weather in store for the next week or so. We'll have the complete forecast for all of East Alabama coming up.
Coming up in sports, Gaston High School has hired their next head football coach. Also, a major rule change for basketball in the state of Alabama. We have more on both of these stories in just a minute. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wedowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Mike Stedham.
And I'm Katie Edwards.
CREATE, the Choccolocco Research, Education, Arts, and Technology Experience Program, is expected to be in full operation this fall in Oxford. The initiative, a collaboration between Oxford schools and area employers, will have a new headquarters building. It already offers free courses in carpentry, electrical, and plumbing skills. Once the new building is opened, it will expand those offerings to other areas, according to CREATE Director Lori Denton.
We're here for that. We are here to retain the population in Calhoun County. We're here to provide a stable workforce for our businesses and industries. And, the businesses and industries understand that, and they have skin in the game. They have to have skin in the game. And every industry's gift looks different. It depends on what they do and what they have that we need. We're able to do things like, purchase service contracts. So this will operate like your typical school. We'll be able to contract out things like our groundskeeping and our janitorial services and maintenance, things like that. Because the goal is for this to be sustainable for as long as I'm alive. But for my grandchildren and for my great grandchildren, this will literally change the economic footprint of East Alabama.
Denton says that all the current courses, which are offered 2 days a week to adults in the region covering Calhoun, Clay, Cleburne, St. Clair, and Talladega counties, have been a success. Many of the instructors come from local companies who hope to benefit by training a new generation of workers who will be available to hire once they complete the coursework. Denton says she anticipates a busy summer getting the new facility ready for the expanded number of classes and students.
Right now, our primary goal is getting students in the building in August, and that means just making sure that the building is ready from a life and safety standpoint. And it is. There's a few little things that we've got to do over the summer, but it's not a big deal. And so once we get students in here in August, we'll be able to start working a little more on the architect side that he wants to work on, which is making it look pretty. But that was never our goal. If we waited until the building looked like we wanted, that time that we spent doing that would take away from opportunities for our students, and it would also take away from future employees for our industries.
Denton says the new building will allow her program to continue offering adult classes in the evening and add vocational training for area high school students during regular school day hours. Dr. Shannon Stanley, superintendent of Oxford City Schools, says that while the CREATE program will be headquartered in Oxford, its reach will be area-wide.
We have to look at the region as a whole because the economic development and vitality of our workforce region is not just centered in Oxford. It is many counties in East Alabama. And so one of the things that we have to do is make sure that all of our students are getting the experiences that they need, and our school systems are working together to make that happen. So we're very, very comfortable working together. We're great partners, and if we're going to lift our region up economically, we're going to have to do it together. So we are committed to doing that, and CREATE will be a vehicle to do that, as well as the CTE programs across the districts that are in our region.
When we come back, area students get a new car that will help them learn about manufacturing jobs.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
Honda, which has a manufacturing plant in Lincoln, today donated a new car and engine to the Calhoun County Career Academy in Jacksonville. The donation will give students at the academy a chance to study how it was assembled and learn about current manufacturing techniques. Those lessons are designed to make the student more employable when they finish those classes. Abby Howell, Modern Manufacturing Project Manager for the Career Academy, says today's donation will be a major help to the instructors.
We're super thankful for Honda investing in our students in all of our programs across our workforce region. So them being able to come out here with their associates and offer hands-on activities, as well as engaging with our students and talking to them about all the different types of careers that are available to students in manufacturing, as well as them donating equipment, so engines or vehicles. It exposes students to the variety of jobs and all of the different roles that they can play in a manufacturing environment, because students typically don't really know what goes into manufacturing an item, much less a car. They don't really know that manufacturing careers are available to them, what qualifies them for those careers. So really getting out in front of those students and engaging with those classrooms is such an investment for Honda, because it gives students education and awareness about them as a company, but it also helps them learn the skills that they need to be successful in a manufacturing environment.
Representing Honda at today's ceremony was Bill Whaley, the workforce partnership lead assigned to the company's southern plants. He says his company is committed to building partnerships with groups such as the Career Academy to help build the local economy and build a strong local workforce.
Through today's activity with Calhoun County Career Academy and East Alabama Auto Works, what we see here is that by donating and partnering with these companies or these organizations, that we will be able to together build the workforce of tomorrow that's needed for our manufacturing program in the future.
And when we come back, the Ladiga Trail is getting another rest stop.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
The Calhoun County Commission will break ground next week for a new rest stop along the Ladiga Trail in the south part of Jacksonville. Ladiga Landing is next to the intersection of the trail with the Alexandria-Jacksonville Highway and already has several pavilions. The new additions will feature a plaza and restroom facilities for walkers and bikers who use the trail. The ceremony is set for 2 o'clock next Tuesday afternoon. And we are finally to the part of the year where we can really enjoy walking and biking and all things outdoors almost every single day.
Almost every single day. There's still a few raindrops around.
Well, maybe so.
But actually, one time of the year, that'll be kind of nice to cool us down.
It certainly will. John Holder joins us now in the EAN Weather Center to tell us what we can expect for the rest of our week. John?
Mike and Katie, we are getting ready for a great spring weekend across East Alabama. We will detail the forecast coming up next.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today.
Today was one of those days where the high temperature was actually about 10 or 11 o'clock this morning. Then the front moving through, temperatures dropping down into the low 60s by later on this afternoon. So our official high today, even though it was this morning, 72 degrees after a morning low of 65, way above normal this morning by about 16 degrees. Record high temperature 87, the record low 28. Sun rising tomorrow morning at 6:16, and the days continue to get longer. The sun setting tomorrow evening at 7:12. Weather on your street on this Thursday night on Alexandria Road out in the Blue Mountain area of Anniston. It's going to be cloudy tonight. It is going to be breezy. Again, those winds 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting as high as 25 or 30 again tonight. Not as stiff as last night by any stretch of the imagination, but still a breezy evening coming up ahead, and much cooler tonight as temperatures are going to be about 20 degrees cooler than last night as we drop down to 46. Things change tomorrow, kind of a transition day coming up out on Apple Blossom Way at Cider Ridge. If you want to go play some golf at Cider Ridge, if it can bear the wind, it's going to be a very nice day tomorrow. Plenty of sunshine. The breeze still going to be a factor, though. Again, 10 to 20 mile per hour winds during the day tomorrow, maybe gusting as high as 25 or 30 at times, but the high tomorrow will be 70 degrees tomorrow afternoon. As we look ahead to the weekend across East Alabama, Keysburg Road and Glencoe and all across Etowah, Calhoun, Cleburne counties, a warming trend will begin. We will be well into the 70s on Saturday, the 80s on Sunday, and we only go upwards from there. You're going to see that right now in our 7-day forecast for all of East Alabama. After tonight, no rain in the forecast whatsoever. We are looking at a fine stretch of weather, probably the best week of weather we've had so far in 2024. 77 for the high tomorrow. 82 on Sunday. Then we go really for an early preview of summertime next week. Beginning on Monday, we're going to be in the mid-80s for most of the week next week. Maybe a little bit of a drop in temperature, back down still above normal, but still 78 degrees on Thursday of next week. No rain in the forecast. Temperatures are going to be very nice in the evening hours as well, only dropping down into the 50s, maybe a couple of nights where we're at 60 degrees, but all in all, some very, very pleasant weather coming up across East Alabama. We mentioned the wind last night. Rainfall totals were not that impressive for us here in East Alabama. As you can see down in South Alabama, the rainfall totals were anywhere from 2 to 4 inches, even some 5 and 6 inch category rainfall totals down in the Gulf Coast area along the Alabama-Florida border, all the way over from Escambia County over to Houston County. But as you move northward, the rainfall amounts became lighter all the way into the Tennessee Valley. Here in East Alabama, we averaged about 1/4 of an inch in most places last night across Calhoun, Cleburne, and Etowah counties. I will be back here tomorrow morning. We'll break down your Friday for you with a day at a glance, bright and early at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. And I'll be back here tomorrow night for EAN Local News. We will have the complete weekend forecast for all of East Alabama. Right now, coming up in sports, Namath Pitts is going to tell us about a new head football coach for the Gaston Bulldogs. Namath?
Thanks, John. A couple weeks ago, Gaston unexpectedly decided to part ways with Alan Beckett. Yesterday, Gaston High School announced the hiring of their next head football coach. I don't think anyone in Etowah County expected to see West End head football coach Derek Sewell accept the Gaston job, a move that was made official by the Etowah County Board of Education. Derek Sewell has been the head coach of the West End Patriots for the last 3 seasons, going 16-16 with 2 playoff appearances over the last 2 seasons. Before his time at West End, Sewell was the head coach at Raglan, going to the playoffs his final season there. This is not Sewell's first stint as a coach at Gaston. He was previously an assistant and the head baseball coach from 2012 to 2014 when he first started his coaching career. Gaston was looking for its 3rd coach in a year. Gaston has gone 9-61 since 2017, with 5 seasons with 1 or less wins coming in that span. Their last playoff appearance came back in 2016 when they made 4 straight appearances in 14 of 15 in the past playoffs. Typically, Gaston and West End play each other, but both being in Class 2A, they are scheduled not to play this year for the first time since 2017. The Alabama High School Athletic Association passed a new rule change for basketball in the state of Alabama that is well overdue in my opinion. The shot clock is finally coming to Alabama high school basketball. Well, sorta. In a Central Board of Control meeting yesterday, the Alabama High School Athletic Association Board approved a measure to use the shot clock in select games starting in the 2024-2025 season. Those games include any non-area regular season game and only if both coaches and schools agree to do so. The shot clock is also coming to the North-South All-Star Game and other summer classics with a goal to obtain data and help train those using the shot clock. While it's not a full edition of a shot clock, it looks to be a step in the direction to getting the shot clock used in all contests. No timetable was given for when a full adoption of shot clocks would be voted or implemented for Alabama high school basketball, nor were any steps or regulations sent out in the AHSA's press release on how the shot clock will be implemented this upcoming season. The shot clock was something the state's basketball coaches have been fighting for years. The Alabama Association of Basketball Coaches did a poll back in January where 71.8% of coaches wanted a shot clock, with 78% of boy coaches and 65.6% of girl coaches wanting it. Here is Weaver head basketball coach Bo Wynn giving his thoughts on the AHSA potentially approving this fully in the future.
Yeah, well, I mean, when it came out last night, we kind of knew that it was, on its way here, but change is good in a way. The way we play right now, I don't think it's really going to affect us as much, but with it just starting out, it's in its infant phase. The way it worded is, it's only for regular season games, non-area games, and both teams have to agree on it. So as far as that goes, I guess it's just going to see who gets the first shot clocks to see when it actually get to be used and play around this area. I know my phone's been blowing up last night and this morning. We've all, like the local coach, have been talking with one another. There's different mixed views, but just kind of got to adapt to what's coming.
That's it for EAN Local Sports. Let's go back over to Mike and Katie.
Thanks for that update, Namath, and thank you for watching us today.
You can find us here online every weekday on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, or our website. Go to the platform of your choice and watch our news, sports, and weather content whenever it's convenient for you.
We'll see you back here Friday for your news on your schedule.